Well, hi guys, this is the Guru. We're taking you through episode 13 of FPL Top Dogs. Ballyhaunis here in County Mayo. We've got our Christy Nicholson Pub Fantasy League, which I suppose I'm the administrator of, the founder of it. Pub Fantasy League, based in Ballyhaunis, came emanating from the Max League, and we all know the story there. So guys, thanks for joining. Let's get into this. I wasn't going to do anything, just completely wrecked. I've got an evening shift tomorrow night. The deadline is tomorrow, 6 o'clock Tuesday. Keep an eye out. This is the season now. We're going to sort that out the men amongst the boys. It's going to be loads of game weeks. People are going to have different sort of responsibilities and all sorts of life-changing things happen at the silly season. Yeah, so lots of game weeks. I can't think how many there's going to be now between now and Christmas. Let's have a quick look. What's going on? These things probably won't load now because of. Right. So better game week. Took a -4. Got in Saka. Came in. I think I went for Saka and Cunha, to be honest with you. We'll have a look later on, but it's not a bad game. -4, so 75 overall. I think the average was 60. But when we have a look through the Christy Nick, you can see 70s, 80s, 100s. It's just Christy Nick good. This is what we want anyway. It's our own league, our own bit of fun, and it means an awful lot to all of us. Just going forward, I said I wasn't going to go here. Key, nothing. Take one future with for pay all the bills. Get out of debt. Flecken's still there. Just not. I can't be arsed at the stage getting rid of Flecken. It's going to be your 3 points or your. You can't even get clean sheets. But who do you go to? Spend an extra million for Rhea, who gets your 6 and 2. It's all. I suppose Kelleher was the man to get on, and we'll see later on. I have Kelleher in my Sun Dream team. Like I'm looking at my Sun Dream team. It's completely schizophrenic. I'm one of the best in the world, top 1,000 or odd in Sun Dream team, and I'm absolute Baloneyville in FPL for the last 3 years. Still time to come back, but like this is chronic after last week, and this is just high infant stuff. This is baby stuff. It's baloney stuff. Andy from Let's Talk is about 900k, and he was way behind me at the big after game week 3, and he's just storming back with his Fernandez as well. I have Saka on Andy. Okay, got off Haaland. So this is what I have going forward. I'm not very bullish now on any of the Wolves after what happened to them. Absolutely destroyed. I forget who the hell they'll bet them was. Bournemouth. 3 penalties. This Premier League is just complete. Cannot predict it. There's loads of the guys now all over the town and here in London. They're one fixture away from getting £400 or £500 for Christmas. 1 week it was United against Ipswich, where they had United back to beat Ipswich away, let them down for 500, and the other dude has lost out because Spurs couldn't beat Fulham. And we all knew against the beat City, which everybody's doing now, I suppose. So that we should have got the earmarker that City are relegation form, and Fulham are quite decent. So actually, it really is quite a good point against Fulham. They were all set up to lose that, and they've lost their 2 centre backs as well. Romero should be coming back soon enough, but also Van de Ven is it's just there's no decent defenses in the league. Where do you go? People are talking about Trent, but he's still mega money at 6.9. I just think you just take your 4 millions and 4.5 millions. Gabriel now, yeah, of course, but now who knows? But there's nothing outside them guys. So Ina from NFO, Nottingham Forest, Aina possibly. If you got Dini in recently, oh my God, talk about devastation there. 4 goals a game, Villa are conceding. Solanke with his illness, So just keep an eye out. Unfortunately, you won't get any team news from Ange about Solanke or anyone because I think they play on Wednesday, or is it Thursday? Is it Thursday, the fixture? I think there's Thursday fixtures, yeah. Spurs, Fulham, Brighton, and Bournemouth. Spurs. I could not predict any of that. I predict Fulham to beat Brighton and Bournemouth to beat Spurs. That's my prediction now. Bournemouth and with Semenyo coming back, and Clark has destroyed Tottenham, and they're just completely way too open. And I just don't get Tottenham. I don't know where they're going, what they're doing. I don't care really. You know, I've done a great job, a mind job on myself getting off them over it, ever since 2019 and the Champions League final. That destroyed me. That day, something died, and it took until last year, about 18 months ago. That's this. I'm done with Dyer. I'm done with Uriz. I'm done with Slipper Sanchez. If these guys don't leave the football club, I'm leaving. And they didn't. And I lost all hope. And I said, I'm gone. I'm going back home. I'm going back home where I am. I'm United. I always was United. I just got sick of winning. It was just like it was like being locked up in a closet full of trophies. And there's no room apart. You need to breathe. There's no space. So I had to jump out into a cabinet that's empty and space and nothing in it for 20 years with Tottenham. And now I'm ready. I want the trophies back. And I've had 3 now since I've been back. And the great unveiling. I think Saturday's not a great day football-wise. I might just chill and just concentrate on Sunday, go out to Max. And I have the unveiling. I have a surprise for you fuckers, promise you. But that's the crack. So City have a quick turnaround. I think that's it. Quick turnaround here as well. So I think they played on Saturday. So yeah, do Liverpool have Liverpool played on Sunday? Where are they here, folks? Newcastle away. Okay, so not too bad, but Spurs. So Solanke I think he should be okay for that. Semenyo in there, the De Bruyne there is who I'm very interested in. Hopefully he'll do something. Ipswich Palace, no idea. Eze is back, no idea. Absolutely. Fair play to the energy of Ipswich and Smodocks and Delap. I cannot remember his first name. Is it Liam Delap? It is. I thought he'd be Irish. Is he playing for Ireland? Does anybody know? Rory Delap, great stalwart of Ireland. But yeah, exciting team and they're full of energy, but they can't keep a clean sheet. And I think Greaves has been injured and out for a long while. West Ham will have Kudus back. All right, so he served the suspensions. So I think what I'm going to do this game, I'm just going to roll. I'm going to go with what I have. Who have I captained here? Yeah, I think Palmer's the man to do anyway. I'm delighted to have gotten Saka to get that little mini haul. That was a great decision because he turned out to be the best captain. Didn't make as much back on the Christy Nicholson lads because a lot of them are on the sale, I think. But if you're on Palmer or Saka, fair play to you. Bruno got us 2 assists. Rashford and Xerxes now are considerations. I don't mind Rashford. He's a forward in the game, so I might get rid of Solanke if I don't. It turns me off. Just I don't know. The only player in that team I might want to consider is Paro because at least he's interested in attacking. I think Brennan Johnson's the man. I just like the cut of his jib and how the energy and even when he comes off the bench, he's at something. So for me, Rashford and Brendan Johnson are on my radar, and I want for Christmas. I think I'll get Marcus Rashford. Yeah, it'd be a great Christmas there. A couple of pints there. Come on, come on. I need to have when I'm in FPL. I need to have an excuse to be shopping for teams. I need to have a vested instead of gambling on the result. I want to have my players in the team. That's my form of gambling. But if you have any tips, I heard the secret was have about 8 teams or 6 teams in your accumulator. 2 must be from the Premier League, 2 from the Championship, 2 from Scotland, 2 from Europe, something, whatever you can decide. And try and do away teams to get the. I've never won any money. Ask the usuals if you want. 10 o'clock, have a nice long breakfast, get the paper, have a look to see what's running. Is any of Harry Redknapp's runners running today? There's, smell and sniff about paddies. Somebody might know. Young John might be in there. And a few of the lads that throws the tip, and you might get Christy early. You got to get up early in the morning to catch Christy Nicholson. Need to be. I mean, like, definitely in the noon, you need to be up and cracking, because that's the gold mine there. He's always sniffing this. I always smell money. I smell money, especially when it comes to a tip. God, we've had great times over the years, us, Christy, and the lads there in that pub, and that's what this league is all about. It's about the memory, and we're going to keep it strong, and we'll always have the silver dollar, Kearns, Nicholson's in our hearts forever, and pubs before. It was a great spot on Bridge Street. Anyway, I digress. This is Solanke, so I don't fancy Tottenham against Chelsea. Chelsea are looking good. Southampton, they could put it up against Tottenham. Liverpool, no hope. Forest is a joke. Wolves is a trap. Newcastle is a absolute. They're the biggest bogey team for Tottenham. Newcastle at home, and that they always beat Tottenham away. Arsenal, there's nothing there that I fancy apart from this Bournemouth. So I think I'll just see what Solanke does and get my Rashford in after that. I think even United's fixtures aren't massive. Let's have a quick look at it. I remember Marky the Oracle Phillips knows this 3 years ago. I think when he first came to United that Christmas, I took a punt, I bought him in straight away, got him in, flew up in price, kept scoring. I think under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and this has been coming. Ole coming back to United really swung my sort of red revolution. He kind of reminded me. He sowed the seed in me that was always there. There was always United in me, and he saw Ollie coming back and getting all those wins. And I'm kind of admiring from afar, and I'm kind of thinking, I still believe in the whole project and the whole thing about United. I just believe in the club and the badge and everything. I just believe in again, and it's like as if I've been woken up from stasis back in 2000 when United were winning everything. And Cantona and the whole lot, and Brian Robson before, who I grew up with Norman Whiteside and Arthur Albiston, and Gary Bailey, and Paul Parker, Dennis Irwin, was on and on and on. The players that we've had over the years, and Frank Stapleton, legend, Mark Hughes, the goal against Barcelona in '91 to win the Cup Winners' Cup. Lee Martin, the goal scored. Mark Robbins, what a hero. And Brian McClare. Have all this. Gary Pallister, Steve Bruce. It goes on and on and on. Andrew Kanchelskis, Lee Sharp, Brian Giggs, David Beckham, the Nevilles, Paul Scholes. What's the name? Nicky Butt. I have all of them. And during a time when I was rooting for them all. So it's all there. So the Tottenham thing was all right. Still, look, nothing against Tottenham. But good luck to them. Still a season to get over. Right. So that's where I am. So United, tricky one enough there. Everyone's beaten City. That should be a laugh. I'll enjoy that. I'll be home for that Sunday the 15th. I'll be back on the 14th. That's the one we're watching. Not the Forest against United will be tricky, but I just like the Bournemouth Wolves. That's just nice enough. There's a bit of a mixed bag. Okay, I accept that, but I think going forward, I can roll with that, and I believe Marcus Rashford will do it. I think Garnacho's days are numbered. I think Amarin still have a problem. Ruben Amora. I think he's getting back to basis, and concentrating on Marcus and putting him in his proper position, which I think is down the left, isn't it? And I think Garnacho is something that's just not working out for Garnacho. He's very wasteful. And look, I hope he does well, but I don't know on that team. We'll have to see if he fits in there. And also, Mainu is going to still be missing. And there's another dude missing for United. Two of them there. Not Ericsson, not Casemiro. I think Ugarte will be there. I think he'll be playing alongside Casemiro and try and keep it sort of half decent against Arsenal. But I'd bite your hand off for a draw. So yeah, I've got in Wood and I got in. Look, I give up. I give up now. It's the worst time in the world to bring in Wood. He scored all the points, VAR decisions. It's probably United, Villa, tricky, Brentford, but yeah, like Spurs is good. It could absolutely be Tottenham up there. It's hilarious. Everton, Wolves. I look against City. Anything goes against City, and he's on penal, so I'm just going to trust in Wood. Also, what was it? Awani, whatever his name is, he might be given the start against City because of the pace and in behind and all that. Will Forest have a lot of possession against City away? But look, Forest are up there with one of the best defences, if not the top three in the league at the minute, the way they're going. And Nuno's done a phenomenal job. So if you have Aina, that's a great job. But I just got a little bit lost. I like the whole lot. Like there's a penal there, there's a penal there, a penal there, a penal there. There's a penal there. And there's been no penalties all season apart from last game week. It's just what am I doing? We'll have to see. It's a laugh. And then Strand Larson gets the brace. I had Strand Larson, got rid of him like Andy from thing, and I've gone in for the CU. There should be a T somewhere in that anyway. A world beater 1 week, absolutely baloneyville the next week, and that goes for Mbuemo. I got rid of Mbuemo, didn't I? So I will go into what, but I got rid of him. I'm done with Mbuemo. I think he's Damsgaard, best buddy. He's just playing in behind. I don't know what's happened to Mbuemo. I don't care. I still have him on my Sun Dream team. I'm getting rid because he only got one game. The others have two still. So yeah, I'll take it. So, Salah stuff. Was it a good time getting? Still a bit toothless. Isak has this impact injury, and Wilson's not right. So they're just going to stick Gordon up as a false nine again. They have, I think they have still good numbers, and their Willock will possibly play. I'm not sure about Newcastle now. I think Liverpool are a red machine now. They're just a proper machine. They're just good time, and as they possibly deserve a title after all the years they've been chasing City. And if anyone should capitalise this year over what's happened to City, totally blowing a gasket, possibly Liverpool there. Great City, great club, great fans. I don't have any of this hate bias to Liverpool. Look, I grew up hating what Liverpool was with Hansen and Grobbler, and pass the ball back and pick the ball up again and pass it to Hansen to Albiston, or not, Ablett, Gary Ablett, and there was Stevie Nicol, and it was just hard to watch, and it was a brutal sort of team that grinded you down, and every 10 minutes they scored, and all of a sudden you thought you're in the game, and then there's 4 goals near the end. And I just grew up with seeing Liverpool winning all the time, and we get another trophy, I think 83 against Brighton, and Hove Albion 85 against Everton, and the big one against, I think it was Palace in 1990 with Lee Martin, and then 91 Barcelona, Mark Hughes, and Ferguson had been in since 86. I think after Ronnie Atkinson was kicked out, because it was the league form that was doing everyone's head in. But I grew up kind of really concentrating on cups, because that's what United were kind of had the chances, and not much in the league. was, that's I kind of, there's so many Liverpool fans growing up. They're doing my head in. So I just stuck with United, and it did pay off, and then all the trophies started coming, and then it became Arsenal. Arsenal, oh, they were just doing my head. They drove me around the bend in '98 when they won that. It just that's possibly was my Tottenham 2019 moment with United, but they went back and they got the treble in '99. And there's just so much stress and the hate and the ABUs at the time and walking in the pub and the scowls and you couldn't have a right conversation. There was just hate and grease. And I said, I'm for leaving should be not badly, I think he's cover for Trent. So that's good. Graven Birch doing a great job in midfield. Curtis Jones is unbelievable young player of the year, the way he's going. And then you've got all the rotation up front, and Darwin seems to be the odd one out until we see what happens to Jota. So there's a lot of, and Allison or whatever, however you say it, will be back soon enough. So that's enough rambling there. I'm going on too long. Yeah, I think I like having a little breakdown about the fixtures and bits and pieces and rambling. So quickly seeing out how the leagues are getting on. Let's have a look. Come on, buddy. He's a punt. He scored a goal to Colin here. So we were both on 15 in the tier 3. I think that was a terrible one to lose there against Colin. Disaster. He had Evan Nielsen and he had, I think he had Saka. So it was a disaster, complete disaster. I think he got he got 54 points. I think it was 56 points. Okay. Colin Scaniel, Liverpool lads. Yeah, he had the Saka and he had Evan Nielsen. I walked in. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was going to definitely win this, but it's kind of knocked the guts out of me that in the. I'm not going to give up or anything, but it's done. It's done. I know you never give up, but I've had KDB injured. He's done nothing. He's coming on for 16-minute cameos. He's doing nothing. He's on the bench. Why is he on the bench if he's not able to play? People think he's Haaland's going to come good now soon. But he's still not being trusted to come on when City need a bit of inspiration. They need someone to come on after 60 minutes, not with 10 minutes to go. Are you joking me? How can you affect that? That's just baloney stuff. It doesn't seem to me he's fit enough to match fit even to get through a half. I just don't get it. And I think De Bruyne is on a one-way show to Dubai. I think half the City players now are thinking about Dubai. Possibly Walker's thinking about Dubai. And I suppose half my team here are thinking about Dubai next year. It's a complete disaster. It's like what Jota, he seems to have been red and orange flagged for half the season. Kilman and Antonio do a great job against Newcastle, and I have them on the bench. Becker injured, so I've been baloney billed, and then I get a terrific score. Clivert destroys. He probably get a couple of more penalties against Tottenham, Dr. Tottenham. Munya scored and still got nothing out of it. Shocking stuff. Shaw's back anyway. Hey, whoopie-doo. So I don't mind. I think it goes up to game week 19, and then wherever you are in the league. And this is the FPL draft duo done by Stevie Stretch and Jack the Dancer Maloney. And so this is what's 12? Tier 12. That means there's 12 players in the league, and the best league is number 1 and 2, and I'm in 3. So I've done well. This is my first proper year of playing draft. Really, I did last year, but it was more like experiment. The issue I have as a draft player is that I don't believe in going to other players and offering because I'm too worried that I would have sucked on that deal, or if I accept somebody's deal. I did accept people's deals the last year before and all that, and I got done. And the information was that they got injured a few hours ago, and then they get flagged, and then hold on, I just made a deal. That's one thing I just don't like about draft. It's set up for crafty players that are on top of the news, and it's set up to kind of anyone that's on full tilt or just miffed off, like I'm miffed off with Garnacho, and people are if you're that miffed off, get rid of it. I'll give you kudos. I don't want your kudos, mate. His statistics aren't all that. Really, if you look into it, it's shocking. He's got a name, but I'm not so sure. He tends to score the fourth goal and the third goal, never the ones that really matter. Um, so I'm not a big fan, but look, that's what I just don't like about. So I kind of tend to stick on my own and all that. So like, yeah, everyone else has run away. I expect Joey here will overtake me. He bet me already. I think I'll be gravitating down here somewhere. I probably need to get a win here somewhere. So I think up to 19 games, another 6 game weeks, the lads will probably say, okay, enough, we'll resort the leagues again. And so you can have 2 promotions in the season. It makes sense. So you can, if you're in the lowest league, I don't know how many leagues that they have. It depends on the players and the investor, but really, 482. So there's not much really if I end up in level points here. There's a few of these are really, really good points. You see, Colin can say he's unlucky. He's got 5 4 5 points, and he's only had 6 wins. You know, that's like if that went on points, he'd be up there top two. It's just frustrating. And I'm moaning that I lost out by a crazy cricket score. Um, and I've got a nice little total of points as well. But anyway, I'll probably go down to tier 4 or 5. This is fine, but I suppose we should. I just don't read so much more into going over other people's teams and saying I want this and that. I think I'm half. I think I'm half in and half out the draft. I just want to keep it going and do the best I can and have a bit of slagging. Oh, I'm the best of the draft. What I want to do is I want to beat Stevie Strap and Jackie Malone, get to tier 1 and say, trophy, I'm the best. I'm your draft man. So that's all that's about. But it's fun. So look up on Twitter, FPL Draft Duo. Right, that's the King of the Travelers. We'll have a quick look here. I think Joey the Camille winning this second. Could have a few more, but Andy had the cricket score here, 104. We'll have a look later. Cal Carney losing out to Joy. Joy's just destroying everybody as usual in this. This is his competition, the King of the Travelers. 118. O'Hara winning out. Had Kylie winning out against Kevin Moore. Starman losing out to the Guru Killer, who's doing pretty well, and Connor Hussey winning out against Kieran Kylie. The Maeve really coming into form now. These last few game weeks, move well, flying up the table. I see he's got loads of points on me already. He's took another 9 off me, so he's flying up the charts. I took out Owen there, and Rosmill Rosie taking out Toffee Crush Dude. Standings, I think really down to about Joseph Lyons, Stevie Strap possibly. Even at me at 25, it's a massive, massive gap. It's like Joy's got to lose 3 games, and I have to win 3. And I think it's going to be hard done to beat Joy. He's just well honest. He just seems to, I don't know how he does it. It's like I don't know. It's just genius. Year after year, 8, 4, 9, and that's what's leading the Christy Nick. 849 points, I think. And what have I got? So wow, that's 115 down already. Oh, shocking. But what am I doing still here talking about this one and know nothing? Coffee. Just so sleepy, so tired, shocking. Yeah, the Sun Dream team, if any of you guys are doing it, yeah, the Gamestill Games. There you go. Absolutely loving it. There's a top prize of 50k, and I'm about 150 down on the first my leagues. I think I'm within the top 1,500, so I'm going to keep it going. My leagues. Yeah, my league's brilliant. Whoopie doo. Hey, it showed me nothing. Overall rank 1505. And look, in England alone, there's 260,000. So that's got to be more across the world. So, and the Man United League, 434 out of 55, 56,000. So that's proper hurling, that is. And yeah, the league here, there's 21 teams in the Redbridge Cup. I've won this twice out of the last 3 years. Then worry about next year, winning it the following year after that. But there's a good bit of competition here. I've used up all my 3 chips. As you know, one's a power captain, and that's basically the 11 players I have in this format, the fantasy. whoever scores the most points. Game week Saka had the most points, so if you had it on Salah, it floats over and you get the double. I think it's really nifty, but this game week, we say like Palmer's got 18. No, he's got like 14 points. So you have it on him. He's 28. Salah's got whatever, but Saka's got 18. So he's four more. So you're only gaining an extra 8 points possibly, or however that works out. So it could be a bit deceptive. The only thing it might be handy to have. It's still a science, the power captain. It can be a good chip to play if you've got Palmer, Saka, Salah, Haaland, Porro, Gabriel, a few of these, and you don't know which one to stick it on. And there's 2 game weeks because the way the Sun Dream Team works is that from Friday to Thursday, those games, those 6 days, that's a game week. So whatever play games in the Cup or Europe or the Premier League that happens then, they're all included. So that player will be seen as two fixtures in that game week. Whereas in the Premier, you only have one, and they'll have a specific game week then for the midweek round, and then another specific one for the weekend. So that's the nuance of it. So that I fancy that could be the mystery chip for. But then again, why would they wait until January or the following season? So it can't be another wild card. Yeah, the power captaincy could be an interesting one that they could use, but thinking something like about reactivate another chip. Say if you've already used triple captain, you get the option to roll another one, Roisin. Anyway, it's only speculation. It could be anything, but we're looking forward to it, and it should be unveiled somewhere around the 19th game week. We're in game week 14 now. So yeah, these Brightmans, they're all in Redbridge. One of them isn't though, but they're brothers. Sam Clare, former Redbridge with Barkin and Dyke. So he's coming on with a good run. 98, but there's a bit of a gap here. I'm delighted to have a 66 points. So that's where I am there, and the rest down here. So yeah, it's great fun. I'm really happy I've got into it. It's because you have so many games included. You have the whole thing included. A cup, European. So I only got Kelleher after the Ellison injury, more or less. I've had him in for that, and he's been this is the guy that we should have all had in our Premier League teams, the FPL. I can't believe it. I think it's because he's priced at 5 million or whatever. It's putting people off. But there you go. That was a missed one. Porro's fine. He's scoring. Delete. Well, that was a bit of a mistake. I put him in instead of Romero. So I'm not sure he's getting pulled off after 56 minutes and all this sort of crap. Stupinan is like the master of monotony. I mean, from crosses. It's like headless chicken. If you want to have he's got so many crosses into the box. It's like, pinball wizard. Is complete pinball wizard, flying down there, all haphazard, random crosses in, nobody. But it's seen in Dream Team to have yielded some good points. So it was a 1-1, but he still got a big chance created, possibly because one of them crosses out of the 100 that he crossed. So somebody should have scored a header, close range, whatever. 2 tackles, so it's good. And these bonus point things are very interesting. It's because he's pretty well in the play, so he gets +3 because he's got over 87% pass completion, 7 successful crosses. There you go, a block, and all these offsides. So these contribute to these extra bonus points. So these are like what they can give. I think 5. They go up to 5, 3, and 1, possibly. I think that's the way. So I think it's brilliant. I think it's way better than what FPL are doing. And I think it always will. It just seems to be more visible or clear and consistent. And nobody moans too much about this one. Johnson's brilliant to have, and Waymo I'm going to get rid. I'm looking at Rashford. Somebody else was thinking about Toma. I fancy him. Garnacho, I don't trust him to start or do much. He'll score and get braces and spurts, and then he's dropped for the next game. I'm not sure. He needs to clear up his game out of possession for Amarin to trust them more. I caught that. Didn't do much. Like a home to Brentford, that should be, Villa should be getting back to winning ways there. 2 shots. He got 2 shots on target. 13, so could have had it on Saka, but we'll see. That's going to be another. We'll see who wins that duel, but I can't go too wrong with himself, and that's where we are with that. So, yeah, I can't believe it's already an hour. We got top dog this game week, Andy Cunnane. I just can't think of a top dog nickname for Andy at all. It's a possibility that Andy I think some sort of nickname would do him such a disservice, because nothing would be good enough to christen him with. That's the way I'm thinking. I think Andy is what we're going to stick to. Joey Neenan, he got in Saka, so look, it just gets the calls spot on all the time. Although the Johnson score, I think he did. Saka behauled. So this is what we're up against. This is Obi-Wan Kenobi stuff. This is the Force. Joey Neenan's the master of the Force. It's up to you. They say good always triumphs over evil. Well, and when you look at it, 61066. I don't know why that number always stares me in the face everywhere I go, everywhere I walk, everywhere I see, everywhere on the tube, everywhere on buses. The route 66 goes by. Ganshill, like everywhere I go and see, it's 66. Palmer, okay, fair enough. There wasn't much of a, lost to him with 36 points. Who cares? He still has Saka. This is okay. Hall, I think, will be a mistake. That was what, and Isak, and to still get 86 out of that is unbelievable. It's always, I look at Joey's team and say, how did he get that score? He's got 1s and 2s and 0s. This page isn't responding. Okay, it's just complete. I just can't work it out at all. So yeah, that's when you look at Joey's team, it's just very, very well set up. So he's even got Mikalenko on the bench. Fair enough. And Rodgers is a handy 8th attacker possibly. And going forward, it's all up to you guys to sort this out. Joey streets ahead. 79,000 there for Jerry Freely. Got in Timber, okay, fair enough. Got a little bit of Arsenal in there. I'm beginning to turn now. United now is home next, so they go all full kilter. Just have to brush up on his attacking points possibly. But he does look interesting. He just get in the box. Stupid and interesting. 1 or 2 differentials in here. The lap. He passes the eye test, but will he, would you rather Wood or Delap? I know what I have. Cunha was a brave call. It's always scary to have these dudes on the bench. There's a lot of money on the bench. It's not very necessary, but I suppose if you know Haaland, you can do what you like. Money is not an issue. It's phenomenal, brilliant. He's got his 2 chips left there. That's what I'm kind of banking on myself, though, when I get my triple captain. I'm praying that there will be a double game to use it on, and somebody that will start both games. And then I might steal 50 points off the masses somewhere, unless they use their mystery chip when I'm using my. It's just all baloney stuff. It really is. The Lacers, Carney, not bad. 71 net. Good decision getting rid of these 2. They both blanked. Okay, Pedro blank, but he's got in his. Everyone. These guys here, all at the top, they're getting the right decisions in there. They're bringing in to bring in Saka right at the right time. Didn't captain him, but. Double think that. 72 points for Liam. Good stuff, João Pedro. Again, same sort of move. Different reasons. Semenyo, I think, was suspended. He's back again. The 104. I don't know. I'm not going to go there. 104. Whatever. Sanchez, look, like he's Mr. Fumbles, and he's got a clean sheet. Colwell could be a good shout in that team. I think Fofana is either suspended or injured, so someone else will have to come in for a while. Aina's great stuff. I don't think there's anything lucky about this team, whatever. Aina is a great choice. He always was. Wood's a good choice. I test because I'd say if Nielsen is a similar player, what Andy would have been trying to do, and achieved at Ballyhaunis as captain. I get, he did play that sort of role, sort of. I think he was more of a left winger, speedy left winger, tough, gritty, could play in the middle, but mainly pacing behind, and then end up playing number 9, leading for the front. So I would see it. I'm not saying, look, I'm not comparing, but we have to gotta give some kudos here to Andy this week. It's his week. He's the top dog. Congratulations, bud. Exclusive group. Johnson, great call. Palmer, great to have him in. There's no Saka in here. It all makes sense here. Guardo should have been in here. Solanke's fine. It's amazing how you can spread that money all over. And if Haaland blanks, then you're guaranteed to be ahead of all the zombie. I hated Haaland for like 32 seasons, and he killed me every time. And now I love him. I kept him all the way up till now, last game week, and it's ruined another season with him. So go off to Dubai, you plonker. Sick of you now. I'm sick. I'm seriously Nottingham Forest at home. We'll see. I expect Forest to win handily against City. They're done. They're done. So they can't get to the game. Gundogan, he's got no legs. He's scrambling around with his knuckles trying to bring people down. He's done. He's done. Kovacic is like something that he from a rock band or something. He's walking around with his fancy hair, and I'm in England number 6, whatever. Oh, he has not proved anything last year. Although he has scored a couple of goals at the end of games to salvage. Yeah, fair enough. But City shouldn't have been doing that this season anyway. It's the shocking the fall of City. It really is. I don't think it's going to come back anytime soon because half that team is going to Dubai. Telling you. I think KDB is just last season when and then he's got injured at the wrong time, and now he's got no leg to stand on. He's got his abdominal problems, his gut, whatever's going on there. I'm not doing the draft. Solanke, Guardiola, I love this team. It's brilliant. So don't mess it up, Andy. This could be your season. I don't think there's much to mess about with here. I think this is going forward. You're going to have a good Christmas. Can't see any otherwise. And you've got, great captain choices there to move on to. Just love it. I think you can roll that team for a while. Really infamous for his lack of action. He's just been very placid and calm and flicking around. 218,000 don't fixed if it's not broken. This is the team we would say here. If it's not fixed, if it's not broken, don't fix it. It was Barco and Winks and Keane on the bench, and Fabianski as well on the bench. That 11 is just solid, consistent. 69, great score, above the average of 60. Okay, he's dropped down a little bit, but he's hardly done any transfers here. And what else? Evolution, he's done this a good call. Welbeck, Pedro, both are playing. He's the captain of Concept. Yeah, I know he scored the goal the other day. Henderson, what goalkeeper is doing well and pulling in the scores week to week? Salah is just key to some of the nether regions way down below. We're just, now that I've got Salah in, it's kind of admitting defeat that you're kind of not going to, I'm not going to win the Christy at all anyway if I'm getting in these. I have to hope Salah goes, and now I want, goes on a doomster spell, and now I've brought him in. So nothing about what I'm doing makes sense. But Buemo, Palmer, and he's still got Haaland. He's got loads of XG, expected goals, doesn't he? So he's not converting them. Sky's the limit. It's just like a fine balance for Connor. When do I make, when do I change the paradigm here and just go for the throat? It's a real fine line here. All your chips intact. I think possibility he could dead end. Obviously not this week because Palmer that would be his captain possibly. I'll have to have a look at the fixtures, but he could dead end that team somewhere and then go again with his wild card before Christmas. I think a very, very strong position. 822, not far off. It's only 27 points off himself. So I think I like the look of Connor's team there. Andrews played his trip. I think if Connor just stays stum, maybe the less decisions you make is the way to play this year, because I'm making too many decisions and they're all going wrong. So the idea is maybe don't make any decisions and you'll get less wrong. It's a total mind FUCK, if you know what I mean. Stevie Stret's been down in the dumps a bit with his team. I can't get it up here for some reason. I have now. It's a little bit down on it, but 69 still a very good score. He's still within reach was it 34 odd points or whatever it is down. That's fine. Like Flecken, okay. I think forget about the defense. The defenses are rubbish. But you got Aina and Gabriel, probably two best dudes. Hallen will click in somehow. He can't keep going on doing what he's doing. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're here next week with his mandatory 2 points, maybe a yellow card. Well, yeah, I don't know. Another João Pedro is going to do well. Cunha is an exciting player. So this, it's so many choices for forwards this year. It's shocking. It really is. And it's just this year you have a dearth of everyone except defenders until he got injured. And I had him, and since he's got injured, my team is nosedived. And let's have a look. Eamon Phillips, again, I don't know what top dog's name. Eamon the Enforcer Phillips. He's the enforcer, the midfield enforcer for Ballyhaunis, catches that ball, enforces the possession, calms things down, claims responsibility, and gets everybody going and gets us on the attack. So great player, head down, bish, bash, bosh, bang, he's the enforcer. I don't know if it will stick, but we'll see anyway. We'll see if you start using some of these names. Let's have a look. Again, very, very interesting from Amo. FaZe is still in there. Guardiola, I understand. Again, Rodgers on the bench. A little bit of a template team, but Jackson's in. That's okay. What did he do here? So a bit of a sideways move there. He excites the blood. Odegaard has had a good week, but still rather Saka. Robinson was trendy at the beginning of the season. Now he's run into a brick wall. Virgil's fine. He's getting solid points. He's getting bonus points as well. But this year, the defenders are getting Jack Hall bonus points. Absolutely solid. Striker scores a goal. That's it. He's got bonus points. Midfielders are mopping up all the bonus points. So good stuff. He's doing well. Keep an eye on Isak. He's got a fifth attacker, Rodgers, to come if he doesn't play. I hate that sort of messing about news and all that. So I'm seeing if your player played. Oh, Kill Kevin, the Guru Killer. Kilbride's doing really well here, isn't he? Brilliant season. 87. Palmer, captaincy. He's used all his free transfers. He's well on the ball. João Pedro, Cunha, Burgess. He's the Ipswich dude, isn't he? Ever since he came into Ipswich, I have to admit, I was watching another blogger, and they said ever since Greaves got injured, Ipswich were doing semi-Ds. This Burgess, who's never played before, who's come from League 4 in the Championship, whatever, he's come in and they're just conceding, and they're all. Or was it the other way around? Whatever, Burgess. I think Burgess is Ipswich. I think it is. Murillo, that's a very tricky one for me to. Guardiola, big call. Raul, wow. He's just gone through a bad stage. Wow, the Guru Killer's he's really pulled the trigger here, hasn't he? Cresswell, fair enough. Raul, Ndiaye from Everton, okay, fair enough. Good for João Pedro, okay, fair enough. Bit of Murillo is Forest, walking into tough fixtures. Pedro will have better ones coming. Forest have a few good, and Wolves have a few good ones left. I'm not sure about Burgess. I think she's going to be. I have a feeling it could alleviate. Well, you still got. Oh yeah, I can see what you're doing, like the wild cards there. So maybe what you're doing is you're dead end into something, and you're getting some of your fancies. Luis Diaz is a frustration, isn't he? 6 points, like he's not very bonus point friendly either. So Salah, Palmer, and Saka in there. Diaz, interesting enough. João, Cunha, and Watkins, very differential. Onana's having a great season at United. He's really come into form. Pedro Porro's interesting. Salib isn't there. No Gabriel. I haven't seen many teams with Gabriel up here. Yeah, that's the thing. Is Joey has all the right players. He's just makes all the right decisions, and he has all the right players, and he always finishes top 5-10K. It's just easy. It's just easy stuff. Easy stuff for Joey. The rest of us, we're just ants walking amongst giants. Connor Keane, 69. Won't go in. Need to move on. The video's too long already. I need some proper rest and sleep. Robbie McCormick, 70. Got an Aina. John C. Halpin took a -4. Okay. Cunha, unlucky there. Saka, I had the captaincy on Cunha, but I knew if I was going to get Saka in, I was going to do him against West Ham. So that's a few points on the floor. He'll be frustrated with that. I'm just keeping an eye on what's the top 10. Top 10 is 792. And lots of these people have already, I can see they've down to 2, but lots of still have the trip cap. Bench boost trip cap. So this guy, Ross O'Hara's used his, what's the other trip? I can't think now. Triple cap to bench boost. He's got his wild card. He uses free hit. I don't know what you're doing using a free hit at this stage. So loads of people still with most of the artillery left. So it's going to be very hard to jump up into this top 10 anytime soon. 792 is where we're looking at. Roy Harford over now in Ontario in Canada. He was delighted to see his beloved Buffalo Bills beat my 49ers, who are just a shambles without Nick Bosa and Josh Purdy and a few others. Big contracts, absolutely performing terrible. The worst special teams in the league. Got absolutely mauled against Buffalo and Green Bay, and everyone's mauling us now. We have Brandon Allen against the real Allen, Josh Allen. No comparison. That's Lance Slaughter. Californians playing in the snow. Are you joking me? They're playing in the beach, mate. In it, mate. In it. Rory Harford, 76, not too bad. Everyone's got the captaincy seem to be right. This, it's been a pretty good game week, more or less. Anything you put it on, won through. So that looks like a good team. Isak and Hall again. I fell for that one against West Ham, and that turned out to be a disaster. Dara O'Shea, no, it's not much of a bench, but it's all about the 11 he's got, and that they are performing to a good level, and he's within reach. Eddie, and get back again. It might turn around. 60 for Owen Collins. The Maeve went very differential again with Wood. It's just like when you look at the Maeve's team, Jamesy Lyons' couple of chips left. So this is kind of where I'm kind of looking at. Still loads of people have lost. This league is just phenomenal. Everyone is so patient, and most people are doing their own thing. And I still can't really define a clear template yet. The template seems to be every week. What people are doing is that they're doing -4. I'm doing a -4 every week now, possibly, or even -8, and just kick myself into momentum or fluke myself into something, and then stick on it. It's just like tuning on a radio, that frequency. Can I just get into that frequency and have like 3 or 4 good game weeks and fly up before anyone knows where I am? Paro and Ahmed, great calls. Ahmed's destroyed it. Already should be fine. Well, probably up there at the top 3 or 4. I think he does. Maybe he scored in the league, but he just gets in great positions, and he could be anything. But he is leaving lots of holes in behind it when he's going forward, and Spurs don't have the coverage like Van de Ven to get back and cover either side. They just don't have it. So he's leaving the team exposed, but what he gives going forward is just phenomenal. And he's got a great, I don't know if it's a right foot or a left foot. I should know. I think left foot. But yeah, great calls from. I always love looking at the Maves teams. There's still a lot of people with the Haaland Salah thing, and Ahmed is interesting. No Bruno, he's good. Ahmed's interesting. He seems to be Diallo. Or Diola, or whatever it is. I can't do the two. There's Diallo and there's Diallo or whatever. I don't know. It's I'd have 3 of them. There's nearly a possibility of 3 United. I'm not ruling it out, but great stuff. Matsura, I think he's a good value pick. Gerhi here and there, maybe not, but no, there's no template defense. Andy from Let's Talk has got 3 Arsenal defenders: Raya, Saliba, and Gabriel, and that's not a template in a way. Strand Larson, he kept the faith, obviously, and you get your couple. I got off him, and I didn't get the points that I was hoping to get. And now I've got Cunha. He's not done anything. Strand done something. It's just like musical chairs of losing all your bonus, your points, your FPL. But I'm on a musical chair journey of doom. Temple of Doom. Saliba. Oh, he's bench Saliba. That's an absolute amazing call. Are you joking me? That's a great call. Put Johnson on the bench. Oh, ouch. So that it could have been so much more there, like pushing the hundreds there. That's FPL. That's FPL for you there. But I do like Johnson going forward. I just think he's more. Dave Cunane, okay, 44. Will be devastated with that one there. Falling down. Oh, Mayo Hurler, very good score. Have a quick look. He's tipping away. He's solid enough. With a good time in London. The Love Boat Row. I love that name. Some names are just unbelievable. That was the best. And I know where I was. I was in that hotel with, I'm not saying much more. What goes in London stays in London, but it's a great weekend away. Trust me, up in Chiswick. Virgil, okay. Martinez went off at halftime. I don't know why. Olsen came on. There's all sorts of crack going on with Unai Emery and Villa. They can't rub 2 wins together or 2 points together. This European affair, they seem to be having Newcastle season from last year, where they just faded out a bit with the European. 2 little issues maybe crop forward. I'm not sure Havertz will match the Saka stuff. Virgil will match the TAA stuff, or Lewis seems to be more preferred. Wood, there seems to be a lot hanging on Wood in this team. Palmer and everyone's got Salah that's any good. Ahmed's the good call. Interesting, exciting player. Palmer. So there's a lot there. It just seems that if you get your captaincy right there, you have a half chance. But to really get to 80 points, I still don't see it. Pope on the bench, a lot of money in the goalkeeping department. Wouldn't be ideal. I think he can squeeze another premium midfielder in there somehow, or upgrade something somewhere, just in case you need it. Like covers the main players rather than having the main players. It's like a team of cover, and that will only work for so long. But we'll see anyway. Keep an eye on it. Adrian Phillips, 67, Palmer captain, that got a massive hole. Otherwise, and around that 60 score is very good. So it's really, really good going forward. Everyone in the Christy Nicholson is doing that, and they're active. Yeah, fair to Smodo, Salah, Isgosson, Johnson there, quick 82. How do you do? Saka in there, good team. Looks like he's interested, and he's a big Liverpool fan, this lad. TAA, yeah, I think everyone wants Trent back at this stage. Tommy Cunnane, 75, good score. 59 is not the end of the world for Lucky Walsh. That's myself there, 75. I'll take it. Saka was a good call. I think I had to make the sacrifice eventually there. Yeah, the voice is starting to croak and run out now. But I think what we'll do is to leave it on Adam Hickey here. A really admirable 97. And it's a funny one. Like, you just got the Saka in and captained Salah. So good call. He's got all his chips intact. Looks like he's going to make a real move forward anyway in the Christy Nicholson this year. Adam Hickey can't seem to get his team up here. It's 50-50. There's a few of them I'm thinking of. Saka, Wissa, he's all the rage. All these players are in form. Yeah, who cares about goalkeepers? Flecken is just as good as any of them. Aurelio's the man. A bit of Forrest in that team defense. Virgil, fine. No Haaland, but he's got the Salah. He's got the Saka. It's the Cucurella. I hear you, but you can't get it all right. You'd think that Hall would do something against. Can't remember, it was West Ham that they lost. No, it was Palace. It was the draw. The games are coming thick and fast now, so it's going to be a blur, folks. It's going to be a blur. So well done there. Shout out for Adam Hickey. Well done, bro. Does it have anything to do with the Hickeys out? It's very. I know he done well the other day as well. But you just don't know. I just don't think it's the time for Highland to go all out. As there's too many good positions. I think there's only 2 slots in the forwards this year. Jackson, yeah, fair enough, good call. Basuma is that bench dude that's come on. It's frustrating. Darwin, you never have him in your team anyway. That's a punt there because he's being subbed on a lot. Anyway, I'm sure that team will have it stay. So it's time to wrap us all up here. Everyone's getting ready for bed. It's time to think about the bed myself. Up at 5 in the morning. Donny O'Brien, 90 points. He will be upset if he doesn't get a mention. So yeah, as Andy from Let's Talk says, I leave it there. An hour and a half. Enjoy, and good luck for this game week. 14 coming up. Yeah, and I'll figure out how I can shut this down, and I'll wish you best luck, folks.